All right, let's talk about the Joe Biden visiting Maui. Wow. By now, you probably all know that didn't go as well as they'd hoped. Wow. Talk about blowing your opportunity. Anyway, so Biden's in Maui, and he gave the cringiest, worst empathy speech of all time. Let me start with an analogy. Did you ever have anybody say, hey, let me show you pictures of my new baby? And you're like, oh, great, I guess you're going to have to act pretty excited because babies all look alike, but I'm going to pretend this is the best one ever. Yeah, no, they all look like Winston Churchill crossed with, who's that little Star Wars character? I forget. But anyway, who's the Star Wars character who talks backwards? Yoda, right. So if somebody says, look at a picture of my baby, here's what you don't say. Oh, that baby's great. Here's a picture of my dog. What? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Here's another one you shouldn't do. These are just lessons for later. Somebody says to you, oh my God, I have cancer. I've got 6 months to live. And you say, oh, that's terrible, that's terrible. You know, I've got this bunion on my left foot, and that's driving me crazy too. No. Don't compare anybody's baby to your pet. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't compare anybody's cancer to your bunion. No bunions to cancer. Basic stuff. This is basic stuff, people. And if there is potentially the worst tragedy in American history, that's probably not true, but it's really bad. What you should not compare it to is that kitchen fire you had that one time that was put out in 20 minutes. Yeah, don't do that. If there's a potential massive loss of life, which include way too many children, we don't know the details yet, do not laughingly say your Corvette was at risk for the tiny kitchen fire. All right, am I making my point here? There's some things you just don't compare. Let me give you another one. My grandmother was in the Holocaust. My grandmother had to use a butter churn to make butter. They couldn't even buy butter. No, do not do that. Do not. Butter churn, Holocaust. No, don't compare. So that's my lesson for the day. I just laughed at it all. Well, what was your response to the whole Joe Biden fiasco? Did you get angry? Did anybody feel angry? Aren't we way beyond it? It literally played like humor. Like we've gotten to the point where we no longer pretend he's capable. And now you just send him out to see what he does. You teared up? Really? Disgust? I can't even get to disgust. See, the problem is he no longer registers as a capable adult. Are you not there yet? I mean, I do see him as a dementia patient. And I can't get mad at a dementia patient. Can I get mad at the people who sent him out there? I fucking get mad at them. Yeah. Am I mad at the people who put him in front of Maui? Yeah, I'm really fucking mad at them. That was completely unacceptable. You know he should be out of office. You know he needs to step back, but you got yourself a problem, don't you? That instead of getting him a vice president who has some capability, you went full DEI and you got yourself somebody who can't do the job. And now you're fucking stuck. All right. Joe Biden, he's just a dementia patient. I actually have empathy for him. Right. He's done some stuff I don't like, but I'm not really thinking about that when I see him. I just think somebody needs to help you. Somebody needs to be the adult in the room and make that stop. Can we agree this is the last straw? Can we just call this the last straw? Because somebody's just got to call it. We have to call it as done. And I don't believe that the news should be covering him as a president. He should be covered as a dementia patient from now on. We need to just close that door. Let's stop fucking pretending he's a capable adult. Everybody can see it now. Everybody can see it, right? And politics is separate. Like, let's argue our politics over here, but let's agree that we need to treat him with a little bit of fucking dignity. How about? Right? Like, he's not my political friend, right? He's not on my side for a lot of stuff. But when you reach that point, you need a little fucking dignity, and he can't give it to himself, right? It's going to have to come from the people around him, and it's time. You all see it. Let Maui be the time when the news finally wakes up, treats the rest of us like we can see with our own fucking eyes that he's gone. It's time. Maybe they need to keep him in there as a zombie president for some political reason, but we do not have an obligation to treat him like he's an actual functioning adult. Forget politics. He's not a functioning adult, and we all see it. So I don't even know if I can talk about him like a president anymore. He's a patient. He's a victim. He's a victim of elder abuse at this point. Is elder abuse too far? Do you think that he wanted his legacy to include the Maui visit? Do you think the Biden fucking museum is going to put that video up there for everybody to watch? No. Doesn't help his legacy. Doesn't help his presidency. Doesn't fucking help Maui at all. And you're making a mockery of the fucking country. You're making a mockery of it. So at least the people on the right-leaning news, can you grow the fuck up and stop treating him like he's a functioning adult? We can all see he's not. Stop pretending. Stop calling him the president he barely knows he is. All right. And again, I'd tell you exactly the same thing if this were Trump. If Trump turned into a bumbling moron of this nature, I mean, forget about your opinion of him at the moment. But if he turned into that, I'd be saying the same thing. You think if Ivanka and Jared pushed, or Melania, but she's not the pusher, if somebody pushed him out there to act like that, you think I wouldn't be mad at Trump's family? I'd be pretty pissed. I'd be really pissed if his family treated him like that. So this is not even political. This is absolutely human. And as a human, I can't respect this. I just can't respect Jill Biden. I don't have respect for her right now. She needs to do the wife thing. The politics thing is done. Let's call it done. You need to be the wife. You're not doing it. You're not setting an example for the rest of us. And we notice. All right. Well, at least his Corvette survived.